Oh, I'm in the way of the bus. Yes, I will move out of the way. Well, I don't think I can take that road back. That's not where we need to go. You also use the hydraulics in the tractor to apply the ground pressure. 51 months old, which would be just over 2 years. I'm excited about that. That's going to be a good revenue for us. That should bring us in some money and help out with everything. And then tearing that back up and then putting soybeans in the ground. Then we put the soybeans in the ground. Then we harvest the soybeans. We hold on to the soybeans. We sell those at the highest price that we have. And then we rinse and repeat. Let's see what we can do here. Is this a big drop off? Oh, it is a big drop off. That's not going to work. Hey, here we go. This is looking a little bit better. Okay, and that's the last field on this side of the farm. We're going to bring this up here, and then we're going to go over to our other field over here and get that big one done. We shall see how long it will take us to do that. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but we got to get over there and we got to get started somehow. I'm going to willy-nilly this, to be honest with you. We're going to jump over here real quick. I'm just going to take a pass right down the middle of the field. It does seem odd, possibly. I have seen this done before. Let me take a look at the field. We're gonna look at it. Yeah, this is almost a square field, but if you run it, you can kind of see the way my what do we want to call that? Oh, I'm in the way of the bus. Yes, I will move out of the way. Don't worry, my flashers aren't on either. It's okay. You can see if you look down the lane here, that's kind of the path that I took before. That path is where the mulcher ran. But I don't think I'm going to follow that same path. I think I'm going to try something different. So I'm going to kind of run in here a little bit. We're going to kind of get our lines up here a little bit. Kind of lined up. What are we going to do? And I'm just going to try to run right down the middle. So I'm going to run down the middle. And then I'm going to maybe step off to one side or the other. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. But we're going to kind of look at it and see what we want to do. I think this is the line we're going to take. And we're going to see how well I can keep myself going straight going down this line. But we're going to drop the plow and we're just going to get moving. Hopefully this doesn't take us too long. Stick along for the ride. And we're going to speed things up and hopefully get done much quicker for you.
So blind, how could I not see? Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong. Your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home. To flee from this all, or to be standing on your own, or to be standing on your own. You knocked me down, swept my feet off the ground, left me on the floor. Hard to resist, got me looking like this, like no one before. I must be strong, 'cause this might go on for long. Guess I was wrong, and he's always there for you. blind, how could I not see? I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own.
Oh, that was quite a long job there. That took us a little while to get done, but that's okay, it needed done. We're gonna get our four-ways on here and we're gonna try to pull out on the road and not pull out in front of anybody. Looks good, looks good. All right, we're on the road, headed back to the farm. Well, I don't think I can take that road back. That's not where we need to go, but we are gonna pull up here. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the John Deere out. We're gonna try to do a quick pass with the planter and plant some grass. That'll at least get us a little bit of a head start, or at least get us going a little bit, but that's what we need to do next. So we are gonna do that in the dark, but we'll see what we get done. Okay, we're gonna get our lights turned on here and we're gonna see if we can't pull this out of the barn and get it into the field. Now, a little bit about this guy. This is what I'm pretty sure you would consider a no-till grain drill. The benefits of these is that when you lower them, their weight is meant to keep them in the ground. You also use the hydraulics in the tractor to apply the ground pressure. So I gotta make sure everything's gonna be working right when we do this to make the down pressure work correctly. Now, let me just get set up here really quick. All right, so in order to get started, we gotta get her turned on. A little bit of an airflow there, that's letting us know that we have the seed being delivered into the ground, and then we're just gonna get moving forward, and we just gotta lower the seeder into the ground and it should do exactly what we needed to do. That lowers it down and we just go right along. There we go. And if let's see, we're gonna just get out and check and see. All right, we're gonna look back here, and it does in fact say that grass is planted, and we are getting a little bit of a bonus there, which is good. So this does look to be working, which is good. We're gonna keep on going, and we're gonna plant this field in the dark. We're gonna make sure we get this one done before the end of the day. That's at least what we can expect to do, so stick around and watch us plant in the dark.
I saw the city passing by my window. Was in the crowd, but I felt so alone. Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry and numb, a tunnel where there's no light. Oh, but then you came and sat right next to me. Your eyes, they glowed and filled me up. We had never met before that time, but I just knew that we'd end up. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together it's always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. We jumped off the subway leading nowhere. Your warm hands rubbed off the cold around me. I heard you say that everything is alright, but how did you know how I felt? always remember it. How you turned everything around. I will always remember it.
That's all said and done. Let's get some of our information up here so we can see what's going on. There we go. Wow, that didn't use up very much seed at all. I think we did pretty good. We're gonna turn this off. I think I'm gonna pull this into the barn and I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. We'll pick it back up in the morning and we'll see what we can get done. I don't know what the weather's gonna look like. Might check that before I hit the bed, but that's what we're gonna be at for right now. We're gonna park this in here. We're gonna shut it down. I think we're gonna hit the hay. We're gonna head inside. I'm gonna check the weather and see what's going on. I think that's it for today. We'll see you in the morning. Okay, that's the second field done there for the grass. We only have one more to go on this upper part, and then we got the lower part down below. I do want to check on these steers over here and see what they got going on. I want to see if they need anything or how we can help them along. I haven't done anything with them yet, but I just want to see what we get over here. So it says we have 3 cows here. Well, 3 51 months old, which would be just over 2 years. And they're pretty much ready to sell. Normally, you sell your steers within the first 1.5 years or so. I think it's probably best that we just sell these and get some money out of them because we're not going to be able to feed them yet. And on top of that, we're not really going for beef cattle yet. I think we'll use beef cattle if we can get some dairy cows, and then the offspring we'll use as beef, but that's even considering whether we can get a big number of cattle in the second year and then somehow turn a profit on that. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But we're going to sell these. We're going to lose a $300 profit, but that's okay. We need a little bit of cash we need to bring in. See, the pasture doesn't do anything for us when it comes to dairy cows, but I wonder, there's dairy cow. So this would be where we would keep the steers. That would be the offspring. I'm gonna have to place something in here, but I do want to get something else put in here pretty soon. Let me take a look at that real quick. Okay, this is what I want to put in here. I want to put one of these mushroom greenhouses in because It just takes water and then you start getting mushrooms out. I think we need to utilize this right away. So putting this down immediately, even though it's going to be a big spend for us, is not going to be the end of the world. So let's put this down here. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Placing it. There we go. Yep, and then the water's right there. And I actually ended up picking up a water tank on the classifieds. So we have a water tank waiting for us. All we got to do is get that water tank, get it down here, and get this filled. I got to see if I can't find a river around here somewhere that I can sneak some water. We'll see. But we got one more field to plant. We're going to hop in that now that we got that going. I'm excited about that. That's going to be a good revenue for us. That should bring us in some money and help out with everything. The goal is going to be that every time that we get $100,000 or over $100,000, we pay back that loan with that money. So when we have big paydays or anything like that, whatever we get over $100,000 is going straight to pay off that debt. On top of that, at the beginning of every year, whatever we have left over or whatever we have in surplus is going to go towards that debt as well. I want to do dairy cows, and I think we're going to have to do them over there because that's going to be where we will have the only space. And actually, we could go down there and check that out. I'm going to run down there and check that out real quick. So I did do a little bit of rough measurement and looking around here, and we can fit a small dairy barn in here, but we can only get 35 cows. Now, if I can somehow clear out the back here and get the field or the pasture as big as we can, we might be able to double that up to 70. If we could get 70 cows that we could take care of and get the milk off those 70 cows, we could get some money off of that too. But that's for the future. That's maybe a next year plan once we get this plan taken care of, which is getting silage off of these fields with the grass that we plant, and then tearing that back up and then putting soybeans in the ground. Then we put the soybeans in the ground, then we harvest the soybeans. We hold on to the soybeans, we sell those at the highest price that we have, and then we rinse and repeat. Now, unless we come up with something else that gets us more money than that, right now we're looking at the mushrooms as a revenue, we're looking at the silage bales as a revenue, and we're looking at soybeans as a revenue. And that's all gonna be supplemented by as many contracts as we can fit in. And we do have the big cultivating contract that we got to get in this month, and that's going to be net tomorrow morning. So we got to get everything planted before we get done today, because tomorrow that big cultivating contract, we're going to be doing that first thing in the morning. Let's get stuck in on planting this field, get her done, and move down to the big field down there. we go. That's another field done. Let's pull over to the side here and open up our lids here. All right, let's climb up in the planter and see how much we have. All right, well, there you go, looking at it. I think we got about half of our seed left that we can plant with. So that probably will get our lower field, but I don't think we'll have enough left to get into the contract that we have, but we'll see when we get there. We might even run out in the middle of the field that we're in. But I do have a local ag store phone number that I can reach out to them and maybe get a couple bags if we need to. The one bag that Bill had in his barn, that almost filled everything up, and that's gotten us quite a ways, so that should be good. Let's hop back in the tractor and get down to that other field and get started on it. One thing I do want to do is pull up the local classifieds and look and see. Well, they don't really have much right now, but what I wanted to see was, and I wanted to look at the tractor that we had and see how much horsepower we can get out of it. We can get up to 225, quite a significant upgrade. What I'm wondering is if we can get enough out of the John Deere. It's only sitting at 16 grand right now. That's not a whole bunch. It doesn't give us a whole lot, but maybe it can give us a little bit of an upgrade. Yeah, just thinking out loud, thinking in my head, seeing what we can do here. Let's get to planting and see how we do. I'm wondering if we can't get down to the river down there and get some water. I think I saw a road back behind us the other way. Maybe we could dip the tank in there and pump some water out. That might be an option. Okay, there's that field planted. All of our fields are planted. That's a good feeling to have. Now, I just thought about it, but we won't be able to roll these fields, and I don't know how we're going to get fertilizer on them. So we're going to miss out a little bit on there, and I don't know what we're going to do about that. We may reach out and see if there's anybody that can help us, or we may have to bite the bullet for the first year because we just don't have enough money to do it. But I'll see what I can do. We'll reach out. Maybe have a couple options here or there. I think it's well past lunchtime now. So I'm going to take a little lunch break. I'm going to park the planter in the barn. And then after the lunch break, I'm going to run down and get the water tank so we can try to get water into these greenhouses. But first we got to park this thing in the barn. I like to give myself plenty of room when I go to back something up like this size. It's actually a tight fit. I tried to get it in the night before and it was definitely tight. Almost clipped the door on one side. Oh, quick correction. There we go. That'll be good for now. I think we're just going to leave this hooked up and I'm going to have some lunch and I'm going to go get the water tank. All right, we got the water tank and we're heading down to a little bit of a lower area here, hoping that we can get this trailer close to the water. I don't know where we can do it at though. We're gonna have to kind of sneak around a little bit, snoop around a little bit. I'm not quite sure what we want to do. There should be a boat ramp if we've got boats over here. A boat ramp would be perfect. Maybe over here. Maybe I just gotta do something funny. See what we can do here. Is this a big drop off? Oh, it is a big drop off. That's not gonna work. Well, it might be a little unorthodox, but for right now, this is what we're gonna do, because I can fill it from here. And you can see there, we've got water going into the tank. I'll take it. It's free water. I might look around and see if there isn't somewhere else that's got a little better angle or a little better approach. Maybe over here would be good. Kind of is steep there, though. You would think there'd be a boat ramp around here somewhere. What we need is a boat ramp. Let's take a real quick tour here, just down this other side of these bottoms. Well, this is down below our farm a little bit over here. Hopefully nobody minds me pulling in here. Wow, this looks a little more promising. I might be driving to places I don't really need to be driving to. Hey, here we go. This is looking a little bit better. That's still pretty steep. Let's see if I can back it in over here. Well, I'm assuming that would work. We might try that next time. I can get back up over here. This is quite a trek around here. Hopefully we got enough water in this one tank to at least get us started. I'm sure glad we got all these fields planted. That's just one little thing off my mind. I just hope we can treat them a little bit better than just putting seed in the dirt. All right, water's going in. I think all we got to do is get into the menu then and pick which mushrooms we want. I'm just going to leave this unhooked right here. I think we got to go over to here. Yep, manage production point. Well, the oyster mushrooms are $9.77 in February, so that's coming up. Let's see if we can find the other ones. Yeah, the enoki, hopefully I said that right, is only $4.75, so that's not gonna be worth it for us. Even though it produces more, I lost the darn mushrooms. There they are. Even though, I don't know, it's almost more than double the price with the oyster mushrooms. So I think that's what we're going to use. All right, so let's get these oyster mushrooms started. We're going to activate those. Let's get a little bit of information here. Cycles per month is 336. It's going to cost us that much to run that. But we get 3 mushrooms per 1 water. So we get about 1,000 mushrooms per month or so, I would say. If I understand that correctly, I think that's what we got going on. I'd like to get another one of these going, so we'll see come October, I believe. We're in September. Well, there they are. Yeah, we're in September, so when October comes along, we'll see what we get. But yeah, that is... I'm happy with that. These, we can't do much with them, so we can just only sell them. But I think that'll be just fine. There we go. There's the door shut. Okay. And it says it's running. We got one already. I'm happy with that. I wonder, is this dumping out? There's an interesting thing here that I got this trailer sitting here. It might empty this trailer all the way. I'm not sure. I'm going to pull this trailer away a little bit and see what happens. Oh no, we've got an interesting sound going on here. Oh no, it's just the thing running. Okay. It looked like the water was auto-filling, and because of that, I thought maybe we had something odd going on, but it looks like we're all right. Oyster mushrooms should show up right here. Well, that'll be good. All right, it is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I think we're going to end the episode here. We're going to pick back up planting that other field, and we'll probably plant into dark, and then we're going to pick back up into the morning, early in the morning, and cultivate that big field that we have. Now you might not see that through this series, but I am going to try to put that on something else, and we'll see how it works out. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to chime in. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what's going on. Hopefully this works out for us. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So I'm Elwood Gaming. I appreciate you hanging out. We'll see you back here next time. We're going to finish planting, and then we're going to get into whatever comes next. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.